My Zayde, Reb Zalman Vilenkin's wife, her name was Zelde, passed away in Shvat Tovshin Chov Hei, which was about 2 years after my Zayde. My Zayde passed away in Iyar Tovshin Chov Gimel, and she passed away Tovshin Chov Hei. After my Zayde passed away, she moved into my aunt's house, and that's where she stayed till she passed away. When she passed away, the day of her Levaya, that evening, my brother Shalom Ber went into Yechidus for his birthday. In Yechidus, the Rebbe asked him, Benegei de Levaya, and he asked him, did they bury her in the same shura, in the same line with your Zayde, with her husband? And my brother said he doesn't know. And it seemed from the Rebbe that the Rebbe would want that should have happened. So the Rebbe said to him, when you go out, you'll go into Maskirus, and you'll ask him to find out if she was buried in the same line of your Zayde. Then the Rebbe said to him, they should have a candle burning the whole time. And the Rebbe said, I'll give you a candle, a 7-day candle. Because this was Tovshin Chov Hei, so the Rebbe was in the year of Avela, so he had a candle burning. So he had candles in his room. So he said, I'll give you a candle. So the Rebbe started looking for a candle, for the big candles, the 7-day candles to give him. And the Rebbe couldn't find. So the Rebbe said to him, you'll go out, you go into Maskirus, you'll tell them that I said that they should give you a candle. And then the Rebbe also said that you should make sure that there is a minyan, and I think he said at least once a day in the house where she lived, because she had no children of her own. B'meila, there was no one sitting shiva, so there was no minyan in the house. So the Rebbe said that you should have a minyan in the house, at least I think he said once a day should be a minyan in the house where she lived. My brother, when he went out of Yechidus, went into Maskirus. So first of all, he told him about the candle, and they gave him a candle, which was one from the candles that was going for the Rebbe, and they gave him one of these candles. And then when he told him to be Mavarer whether she was buried in one line, one shura with my Zayde. So Rabbi Yomin Klein was Mavarer, and he gave it over to the Rebbe that she was buried on one line. Now we don't know if the Rebbe had instructed them to do this before, or the Chaver Kadisha on their own decided to do it, or maybe it was just B'Hashgacha Protei that it came out the right way, that she was buried in one line. And in the Gei Minyan, we made sure that in my aunt's house, where she lived the last few years, there was a minyan every day.